this RX-7 up originally as a burned, just street car. Picked it up from a guy that had it a lot, and it was a few $100, had caught on fire, typical to RX-7s, and thought I was going to make a cool street toy. And things didn't quite work out. I did some driving with Grenade USA and Rod Millen, and that kind of fell through, and I still had the RX-7 sitting in my driveway. And coming back from Sonoma, one of the Formula D rounds, me and my dad started talking, and we were like, hey, we should build our own car. We should start our own team. And we figured what better car to start with than a second-gen Mazda, being that I worked on Mazdas and at Mazdatrix. And my dad and me that next weekend started tearing the interior out in the driveway and stripping it down. And he was a little more gung-ho than I was. I wanted to, not have to rewire the whole car, but he was adamant that we could do it. And the next weekend, we were stripping the sound deadening out. The following weekend, we were at Home Depot picking out a Rust-Oleum spray can color for the floorboards. And, a friend, Henry Shelley, helped me put the roll cage together. And we literally built our first Formula D car, which is now our time attack car, in our driveway just on weekends. Starting with the motor, it's a Mazdatrix motor. It's been ported, polished, blueprinted. We had it studded. Basically, the full motor has been doweled and studded so it can handle extreme amounts of boost, 20 to 30 PSI. Ceramic apex seals, WPC treated. We side cut the rotors to allow for more clearance, lightened the assembly slightly just to allow for higher RPMs, and again, just less reciprocating mass equals more horsepower basically on the track. From there, you work down. We WPC treated the gearbox. I'm running FD internals in it out of a FC3S Mazda RX-7. The drive shaft's an aluminum drive shaft supplied by Mazdatrix. We've got an XD double disc carbon fiber clutch in there that's lightweight. The diff's a cause differential. Turbonetics turbo GTK 550 running about 20 pounds boost. So we're doing about 470 horsepower at the wheels. But ideally, I'd like to do a little more work to the car, and hopefully we're going to push closer to 30, and I'd like to generate closer to 550, 600 horsepower out of this car. A lot of people always say, well, how fast is a drift car? Well, this one basically on its first outing at California Speedway, without doing anything really other than changing the tires, we didn't even change the alignment, did 160 plus down the front straightaway. So far, the reliability of this car has been phenomenal. Aside from changing the oil and cleaning the air filter, we've had the same motor in this car now for 2.5 seasons, that including the last Formula D season that went into Red Bull where I crashed the car at 70 miles an hour into a K-rail. Solid. And then moving into the Pro-Am season with Johnny Canavis, he ran the same motor. And then this year, all I did was, like I said, change the oil and the spark plugs, and we've gone into a full time attack season. If you build a rotary motor right and you take care of it maintenance-wise, they are extremely reliable under racing and high boost situations.